Reasonable Doubt Season 2 aired just over a year ago, but it feels like a century. Seasons 1 and 2 were packed with so much relationship drama, physical trauma, and emotional turmoil for Jax Stewart that it was time for her to experience some wins. By the end of Season 2, Jax reunited with her husband, Lewis, made partner at her law firm, and helped her best friend get a non-guilty verdict after a grisly murder trial. It seemed like things were settling down until Jax found out about her husband having a baby with another woman, Tony, whom he was with when he and Jax were separated. The expecting parents did not get a happy ending. Tony experienced a stillbirth. As a result of the grief from such a horrific experience, and feeling that she had no support from Lewis, Tony started a lawsuit against Jax and Lewis. Reasonable Doubt Season 3 premiere picks up 1 year later. Hulu released 2 episodes in the premiere of Reasonable Doubt Season 3. In Reasonable Doubt Season 3, Episode 1, Jax and Lewis have a whole new look and dynamic. They are both rocking longer hairstyles, and they seem to have much healthier communication and trust than they did in Reasonable Doubt Season 2. Lewis, who is a coder, also seems to finally have the career he was trying to launch in previous seasons. Money might not buy happiness, but it seemed to help Lewis gain more confidence in the trajectory of his role as a father and newly committed husband. In the first scene of Reasonable Doubt Season 3, Episode 1, we get a 6-month flash forward of Jax kneeling over what appears to be a body, and sobbing. From the camera angle, which is pointed at Jax and not the victim, we can't tell who the person is. My first thought was that maybe the body is Lewis, because of how emotional Jax's reaction is, but the end of Reasonable Doubt Season 3, Episode 2 left me with some other suspicions too. Jax lands another high-profile client in the Reasonable Doubt Season 3 premiere. In Reasonable Doubt Season 3, Episode 1, work is slow until Jax meets a new client, actor Ozzy Edwards. The parents of the young actor are pressuring him to break up with his older girlfriend and stylist, Wendy, and make her sign an NDA. Jax believes that the parents want Wendy to be silent about their interracial relationship, and for Edwards to be able to focus on his acting career, which also happens to be a family business. Per Jax's off-the-record advice, Edwards decides not to buckle under pressure, and to fire his parents instead of giving up the love of his life. His mom's reaction is extremely negative, and she fears that Wendy is trying to manipulate Edwards to have a share in his wealth. The episode ends with Wendy and Edwards having a heated argument about their relationship status, and then Wendy being reported missing the next day. Reasonable Doubt Season 3 Episode 2 promises more trouble for Jax and her client. At the end of Reasonable Doubt Season 3, Episode 1, we see scratches on Ozzy Edwards' chest, which alludes to a struggle between him and Wendy. Other key evidence also comes to light in Reasonable Doubt Season 3, Episode 2. Wendy's purse and phone are found. A neighbor's doorbell camera footage reveals an altercation between Wendy and Ozzy to police, and no one can confirm his alibi. Jax and Lewis aren't out of the woods yet with marital troubles in Reasonable Doubt Season 3 Episode 2. Meanwhile, relationship drama tries to rear its head again with the recovering couple, Jax and Lewis. Remember that in Reasonable Doubt Season 2, Tony and Lewis lost their newborn, Jaden, and Tony decided to sue Jax and Lewis. Well, she plans to up her antics with a multi-million-dollar settlement proposal. Jax and Lewis are far less than pleased with the deal, so Tony offers another option. She will sign a lower settlement if Lewis spends the night with her. Will this cause more trouble for their marriage? A conflicted Jax agrees to the terms, but she gives Lewis strict regulations on refraining from sex, calling and texting her every hour, and leaving if Tony doesn't sign the agreement within 5 minutes. Tony and Lewis take apart some nursery furniture and have a heart-to-heart that gives Tony some closure, though not before she attempts to make a move on Lewis. Fortunately for fans of Jax and Lewis' marriage, Lewis shuts down Tony's advance. They return the focus to discussing their grief, and Tony signs the settlement agreement, dropping the multi-million-dollar lawsuit. Jax's new client derails the case in Reasonable Doubt Season 3 Episode 2. Ozzy Edwards, unsatisfied with the way the media is portraying him as the #1 suspect in the missing persons case, acts impulsively and fires Jax and her partner from representing him. He is visibly frustrated because he feels trapped without a real alibi. Edwards quickly realizes that he's made a mistake by firing the best lawyer in the city when his online image continues to dissipate. Ozzy apologizes to Jax and asks for her help again, just in time for detectives to share that Wendy's body was found at one of Edwards' houses, killed with a gun registered to him. This is very bad news for his case, so Jax prepares him for his upcoming arrest. She is able to arrange an arrest that doesn't attract the media, but Edwards has a chilling response to the whole affair. Just before the police arrive to take Edwards into custody, he silently makes a phone call to someone named Alex. He leaves a voicemail asking Alex why he's not picking up his phone and then says, "We need to talk." Does this point to his involvement in the murder after all? A knock at the door after the arrest reveals Jax is estranged with a very unwelcoming response by Jax and Lewis. We'll have to see what that's about in the next episode. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.